And I was talking about nothing. So you probably didn't hear me for about 2 minutes because I had my damn mic on. My mic was muted and you didn't hear me. So I just went on a big old rant about how great the Raiders are playing, and you didn't hear crap because I had my mic muted. Way to go, Joe. Big blunder right there. But if you are tuning in, 20-0. 20-0, guys. How do you like them apples? 20-0. Raider Nation looking good. Come on, Raider Nation. Let's keep this up. I got the game on still. It's still the third quarter. I can't show. We're not going to show the game. So I got the game on right now. You're watching it. Go ahead and chat along with me. But yeah, what's going on, guys? So if you guys are watching this game and you're a Raider hater, you're probably hating life right now because the Raiders, you're probably like, oh, we want the Raiders to come out preseason. We want the Raiders to look crap in preseason. Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars will do something and make us laugh at the Raiders. Nope. Josh McDaniels said not today. Josh McDaniels grew up in Canton, Ohio. He played all those games there. And he said, you know what? I ain't going to lose my first game as a Raider head coach in the preseason at Canton. I'm going to go in there and dominate. He said, you know what? NFL Mike is here, and Mike is watching, and he's a big Raider hater, and we got to put it to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Raiders! That's right. So if you guys are in here, you guys are watching, tell me what you guys are liking about it. It was interesting seeing Josh Jacobs in there for the first couple of drives, but that's showing him like, hey, dude, your job's on the line. You want a new contract next year? You show up. But I'm liking what the Raiders did. Daniel Carlson, if you're a Charger fan, you're scared because you're already seeing Daniel Carlson in mid-season form. What else, Raider fans? You know that. Woo! Raiders are looking good. And people be like, it's preseason, dude. Let it go. I don't give a damn. This is a brand new head coach, and this system is running. Nice and smooth right now. You've seen the Raiders put on a show. White has been looking good. I was hoping he was going to break that first one. You see when he broke through, and then he did that little shake, and he got caught. But I was like, damn, I thought he was going to break that one. But yeah, he's looking good. The whole offense is looking good. People are wondering about the offensive line. They get about a couple sacks, but you could tell that they're going to do some things to move those offensive line and not let them just sit there and get beat all damn day. Speaking about getting beat, look at that score. Oh, it's so great to have football back. Great to have football back. If you guys are watching, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'll do watch parties. Usually it's the MJT football channel, so it's Mike, Tony, and I. Yeah, I saw Brandon Parker got killed twice, but part of me is like, why were they letting him play on that side? They're moving him around and stuff, so I don't like that. Let him play in his normal position. Nice little punt. Oh. Has anything looked good in Jacksonville? Has any of Jacksonville looked good? I've had to miss a little bit of the game, I had to watch most of the first game on my phone because my power went out, right? You live in California, you hear about rolling blackouts. Yeah, why not hit rolling blackout during a damn preseason game? First preseason game I've been looking forward to, and then put it on. But anyways, they did that. I've been watching it on my phone, trying to do it. But yeah, has Jacksonville done anything for you guys to look good? Like, has any part of Jacksonville made you go, they've changed? The only thing, I don't know, Splash, maybe you liked it. Maybe it doesn't bother you as much. I just hate all the Patriot talk. Like, oh, that's the Patriot way. No, you know what? Josh McDaniels left the Patriots. Yeah, he was over there. He might do a little bit things that the Patriots do, but this is Raider Nation. We don't talk about damn Patriots anymore. We don't give a damn what the Patriots way was. But Trayvon Walker did look good on a couple plays, though. It did. So that's what they. I mean, but that's why it looks like the Raiders are going to go to more quick stuff. The Raiders' run game was looking good. Josh Jacobs was looking good. Come on. Woo! This defense is looking good. Remember, it's a new defense with Graham over here. Dick Vermeil. But yeah, if you guys have any, you guys let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know if your team, what you're excited. If you're not a Raider fan, you're not a Jag fan. It's all right. We can talk about anything. Yeah, and I think you're correct on that. Josh McDaniels learned it because he learned from his time in Denver where he went over there trying to do everything that Belichick did, and now he just wants to be Josh McDaniels. He just wants to be his own guy, and yeah, he's gonna. And of course, you're gonna bring stuff that you learn from other coaches, and you're gonna bring a little bit from there. But this is a Raider Nation, and you know how our opinion on the Patriots. You already know we hate the Patriots, so that's the only thing. Yeah, it caused them to fail in Denver. Yeah, you're correct. You're good. You're right. 100%. 2nd and 10. Looks like the defense is playing a little bit back now, playing a little bit more basic defense, but it's all good. The Raider Nation, we don't need a shutout. We don't need a shutout in preseason. It's preseason. No, I'll take it though. I'll take. Like people are like, well, look at the Raiders coming out here trying to win. No, the Raiders come out there. They got to learn a new system. They got a new coach. This is what you expect from a team like Josh McDaniels. And Josh McDaniels has come out and said that the Raiders, for the Raiders to start winning, they need to first learn how to not lose. And so when you put that in, even if it's a preseason game or a regular season game, you need to come out with the mentality that you want to win. That you want to win. They didn't come out here. It's not like they came out here with all their starters and were like, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Yeah, a lot of screen passes. That's probably one of the easiest things to learn and one of the easiest things to get the defense on this early in the season. Look at Christian Kirk, the guy who broke the bank. Look at that. Woo! Showing off all that money. I forgot that Zay Jones was over there. They're saying that Zay Jones is looking good in practice with them. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that Zay Jones can move on. But, the Raiders had to move on from him as well because they got some good wide receivers in Las Vegas. If you guys are watching the game, let me know what you guys like, what you guys are talking about, what you're excited about. Hey, what's up, Bean? Change your name, huh? Still got the dog, though. Yeah, long time no see. We've been hit and miss. We got away from the other brand and we rebranded the channel to Mike, Joe, and Tony. So you could every time you sign on, you're either gonna see me, Mike, or Tony, or all three of us. But we'll be around. So that's what we've been doing now to get you back in here. And it's NFL football season. Football's back. Football back. Raiders. Yeah, the run defense, you got to be a little bit worried, but you got to remember our big guys aren't in there today. And I still holding out hope that they're going to bring in somebody like Ndamukong Suh. The Raiders still have a lot of money right now to spend, so I'm still holding that hope out that they bring in Suh, or we'll see. Maybe there's another guy that comes free in the trade market. Bean, who's your team again? I forget. Who do you root for? But yeah, NFL Mike today, one of the 1/3 of us, he's at the Hall of Fame game, watching it, and he wore his, what does it say? His Justin Herbert shirt there. I forget what the wording said on there, but he's there. Hey, they tried him out. What he must be really hurt or something because they tried him out. They brought him to the building. They tried him out, and then they didn't sign him. So I wonder if he's still recovering from an injury or something that's holding him back. The Falcons, are you believing in the Falcons this year? I saw some good footage of Drake London at practice, but how long is Mariota going to stay healthy? And go from there. Who do you think is the starting running back for the Atlanta Falcons? Oh, he started school today. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, who knows with the Falcons? But hey, you can always come on over, Bean. Look at this score right here, 20-0. Raider Nation taking it to the Jacksonville Jaguars, showing up and dominating, showing up and saying preseason what? Preseason what? Raider Nation says they don't give a damn if it's preseason, regular season. They're coming out and they're making a statement. Looking good. Looking good, Raider Nation. Looking good. Pull up some stats for you guys right now. So, because I had the score for you, but what's the score going to show you? We can show you some stats. We can go through here real quick. But we're saying that Zamir White looked good. He had most of his carries, most of his yards on a couple of those carries. As long as one was 14. But like I said, Josh Jacobs was in there. Abdullah took that nice little what do you call that? Like a little sweep pass, or that one looked good. So you got all these guys in there. Interesting to see what Keenan Cole. I haven't been hearing a lot about Keenan Cole in practice because you've been hearing about the Tyron Johnson. You've been hearing about Demarcus Robinson and Mac Hollins. Those are the three guys that you hear a lot about so far. I can't show the game, dude. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to get my YouTube taken down? Okay. Like it's on free TV. It's on the NFL app. I don't know what else you want me to do. I mean, you could turn it on and watch it. So I don't know what. Yeah. Oh, did I just get rid of that whole thing? There we go. So we got one quarter left here in the first preseason game, and the Raiders looks like the Raiders are going to go 1-0. And all you haters going to be crying and be like, "Oh, this is a preseason. The Raiders always go undefeated in preseason." Shut that up, because the Raiders look good. Look, they've been practicing for what? 2 weeks now. The Raiders have been practicing for 2 weeks, and they're looking crisp and ready to go. They're looking Super Bowl. Like, if the Super Bowl was this Sunday, they'd be ready to go and dominate any team that you put out there. Jacksonville, nothing on these Raiders. So come on, Raider fans. Where are you guys at? Any NFL fans, bring it on. It's 20-3 now. We finally let Jacksonville go. Hey, we feel bad for you. Go ahead and kick a field goal. Like, go ahead. Like, we don't want you to come all the way to Canton and get embarrassed. It's already bad enough that we got Jared Stidham and Nick Mullins tearing you up. So, Raider fans rejoice because it's going to be a great season. We're starting off 1-0. Put it on the board. That's right.
Joe Morley, are you kidding me right now?
What?
You're preseason championing it after the Hall of Fame game?
Are you not watching the same game that I've been watching?
I will say this. I have nothing but nice things to say about how functional and good it's been. But maybe that's also a little bit of a reflection of the opponent.
So, you're saying Jacksonville's not a good team? They've gone, they got 2 wins in the last 2 seasons, Tony.
I'm not saying that. I think that back-to-back first overall picks says that for me. But Bean, it's good to see you too. I had to come. I could not sit and listen to Joe celebrate any longer about how spectacular the thing is. But Zamir White does look good. I saw you guys talking about that. I want to go back a little bit, Joe, because I do have a question to ask you. Why are you so resistant when people call it the Patriot way or they're doing things? All that means is that you're doing things the right way. You're being held accountable. You're not getting arrested. There's nothing wrong with that. More people.
Does that mean we're cheating too?
Well, yes, there may be some videotaping going on. Who knows? You could get a job.
I don't know. I hate the Patriots that much, Tony. It's what if a Raider coach went to the Chargers and they're like, oh, he's doing it the Raider way.
Well, I mean, you guys haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. You're not taking much over.
Well, then there. Staley's on course to doing it the Raider way.
That's a very bad analogy. Like I could see somebody getting upset if it was like, oh, they came over and they're doing it like the Ravens way or the Steelers way or whatever. But they have 9 Super Bowl appearances in 20 years.
Yeah, so, I know. I just hate the Patriots. I just don't like hearing that.
I fully get it. I think it's good, and it looked better than I wanted it to, Joe. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked a lot better than I wanted it to, because I was here. I was ready to troll you. I had my fingers ready to text you, talking about how bad the Raiders were and fumbles and interceptions, and then they just kept doing good. And it was like, this isn't any fun. I don't want to watch the Raiders do good.
There we go. Nobody wants to watch the Raiders do good except for the guy right here.
Well, Bean does too.
All right, Bean. Bean has to go get some rest because he said he has school tomorrow. They started school already back east.
That must be a college thing. My kids start school this week. I'm not looking forward to getting up at 6 a.m. again.
Tony, are you glad that football's back?
I am excited. I turned on late because I got sucked into Troy Polamalu. They were doing highlights of his during the rain delay. And it was like Jerry Rice, Troy Polamalu. Then all of a sudden I looked at my phone and it was like a text message about the game. And I was like, oh shit. So I hustle over here. And then I realized Trayvon Walker, the guy that I said should have been the number 1 overall pick, gets a sack on the first drive, and I missed it.
But was it a sack? Was it the one that was called back?
I don't think so.
Because he had the roughing the passer on the first play of scrimmage. He had the roughing the passer.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Playing through.
And then he had a sack. He had a sack on the second series.
Ooh, Crystal says she knows Troy personally.
Do you get to use some of the Head and Shoulders? That's what I want to know. Or is he hogging all that Head and Shoulders shampoo from you?
Troy Polamalu is one of my favorite players ever in the NFL. I got his jersey hanging over there. I'm a fan of his.
Oh,
yes, nice play. There it is. I wanted to get a tweet out earlier, like which USFL team were the Raiders playing? Like, it looked so shitty in the first half of that game. Fumbles.
Well, who was it? The Breakers? They got the Breakers quarterback on there, right?
They got Slaughter. How do you ever say his name? Salter? I forget the arrangement of the O and the L. And then I was on Twitter for a minute, and I saw the Chargers fans being upset that Tyron Johnson was making plays. Like, yeah, they were in their feelings. They're like, Tyron Johnson got a small head. I was like, what the fuck? What does that even mean? The dude's on the field making plays. Tyron Johnson.
Oh, Tony, there you go.
House it.
Oh,
Johnson. Go, Willie.
Oh, a punt return at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, McDaniels and the Raiders Patriot way are not going to like that. They're running laps. That's not how you not lose games.
It's going to be like Emilio Estevez and Mighty Ducks, where he's going to make them stay after the game and hit laps right now.
Mr. McDaniels.
Was there a flag on Jacksonville? Oh, yeah, holding, Tony. Bring it on back.
Oh, get it.
That's why I like these referees, because they're good. They call everything.
This is how I already know that you hired a cheater. He's already paying the refs for the Hall of Fame game, Joe? Come on, man.
It's cool because I have the Raiders and a total score of 28 today. So I wanted to – I'm good.
Troy –
Who was my dad?
Your dad was his high school counselor. So you're in Hawaii? I thought Troy was from Hawaii. Am I making that up? I mean, I don't need like personal addresses or anything, but just maybe like a general vicinity of the area where your dad was a high school counselor.
He was born in California, Garden Grove, California.
Okay, I was wrong. Makes sense why he ended up at USC.
He lived in Santa Ana, moved to Oregon. Yeah. He graduated from Oregon.
We're getting the football life on Troy Polamalu right here. I love it. I'm here for it. I was just watching those highlights and very, very forgotten about. I feel like a lot of people talk about Ed Reed and they don't talk about Troy Polamalu.
I saw Troy Polamalu live when I went to a Raider Steeler game.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Terrell Pryor take it to the house, 93 yards on the first play of the game, right past Troy Polamalu. Oh, he's not that good, Tony.
I saw Polamalu at Steelers Raiders too, up there in the old Coliseum. That place is the biggest dump I've ever seen in my life. That was the shittiest stadium I've ever been in. It shouldn't even be called a stadium.
In the O.com or the Oracle Arena or what? I don't know what the hell they kept changing the name.
Just walking across that bridge, I felt like it was going to fall apart. And then I got inside. It's all rusty chains. Dude smoking non-filter cigarettes in there. Like, look at this dude in a Steelers jersey. I'm like, oh shit.
I walked in the middle of the bridge because I let everybody else on the outside.
Just
you know what
I'm
talking about.
That happens. I got to kick a fan and get a towel. It's freaking hot in here.
Hall of Fame, guys. Crystal, that's pretty cool that your dad was Troy Polamalu's counselor. That's pretty cool. You guys all saw the Jaguars trying to cheat on that punt return, and of course, cheaters don't prosper. They go right back. What's up, Renee? Mike's over there enjoying the Raiders' victory. You see this? Mike's probably standing up, chanting right now how great the Raiders are playing, how the Raiders are dominating the Jacksonville Jaguars, how after one preseason game, the Raiders look like Super Bowl favorites.
Stop selling that propaganda, Joe.
I didn't think you could hear me, Tony. I thought you were far enough away.
No, I'm not far enough away. I can hear that bullshit being thrown over.
You're saying right here on MJT Football, Raiders going to the Super Bowl.
I can't wait. Week one, I'm going to be in SoFi going nuts.
He said it's definitely cool that Mike is at the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. Mike, did you see the shirt he's got on?
Yeah.
He customized the shirt to go there and troll Raiders fans, and they're winning 20-3 in the fourth.
You know what I was thinking too? I was like, okay, he's going to go troll Raider fans, but what also a perfect place to wear it because there's probably a bunch of other teams there, so people probably don't even know he's trolling them.
In one of I saw like tons of Packers fans, obviously, because Leroy Butler is getting inducted tomorrow. Or Saturday, whenever the ceremony is. But I was talking to Mike. He said he's going to get to go on down to the field. I hope there's some leftover Raiders fans, like Raiders, just on there, like soaking up the moment.
He gets to go on the field after this game?
Yeah.
Maybe he. Mike was telling us that cool story too earlier about his Uber ride. So, did you see the Raiders Uber ride with Hunter Renfro? That he's not in charge of getting the Raiders Uber anymore.
That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't even do that, and I'm not rich. Like, there's no way that if I was going with that and those people were my car, I'm getting the Uber Black. I'm getting the Lincoln or something. I'm not getting somebody to come pick me up in a Toyota Tercel.
He's like, which one's the cheapest one? My extension hasn't kicked in yet. Just gonna go with this one.
There was literally $250 million sitting inside that $34,000 rusted out Corolla. I just imagine it being uglier than it probably was.
They were all good sports, but they didn't go, oh, well, I'm riding that. They all got in and had a great time, but it's funny. It's funny. Do you see Renee's comment right here?
I do. I was just going to ask Renee if he could elaborate on how he feels about that and how he feels about the Patriots in general, because I know that he is a big Patriots fan, and they took the crazy thing about the Patriots is they take so much flack every offseason, right? We always try to bury them or do whatever, or they pick Cole Strange, and everybody's like, "What is this? Is just classic Belichick." And then what do you know? They win 10, 11 games.
Dang, I don't know. If I were a betting man, after seeing this performance, I'm going to Vegas and I'm putting all my life savings on the Raiders right now.
Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Oh, they're 3-14 this year. I am cutting that out. I'm cutting out all. This is just all just garbage.
There's so much that people can cut out on me, Tony. I don't care. You can cut that one out too.
I did think it was interesting that they were making Josh Jacobs get out there and earn it a little bit. I saw Kenyon Drake get banged up, but he was back in the game.
That was my only thing with I don't mind Josh Jacobs being out there. I just don't want to get him hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want to see I'm not gonna say good players because everybody's a good player that's out there. I don't want to see starting caliber players get hurt in the first preseason game. But I understand why he's out there, because he needs to go out there and he needs to show these guys. And we've all seen, Tony, running backs' lifespans in the NFL is not that much.
No.
And so they're about to give they want to commit to Josh Jacobs for another couple more years, but they got to see what he's got. And they got to see if he can do the Patriot way. But look, I liked it. Zamir White looks good. All these Raiders running backs look good right now, Tony. And
I can't remember one running back that got extended in New England. I just can't. I can't think of one. They always found some veteran who needed to keep it going. Even in the last couple of years, they've just drafted guys that go on and have success other places. Not great success, but Sony Michel was good for the Rams last year. I think he's on to his third team or something. I forget the name of the back they had right before him, but even when they were winning, they were still picking up players like LeGarrette Blount for a year. Or when I was younger, they would pick up somebody like Fred Taylor from the Jaguars, and he would have he would have success with them. They just always seem to find
Corey Dillon,
another great example. Maybe Kevin Falk is the one guy I can think of that stayed and played, and James White. These are the two. Bolden may have made it to his second contract, but these aren't big ticket players.
No. He says so much attention is going to be on Adams and a lot of dump offs at Jacobs, so it's going to rack up a lot of yards.
Yeah, for me, the player I see more as James White is Kenyon Drake, but I don't know because James White is he kind of feels like the right mindset. He feels you want me to just go in and pick up a blitz. You want me to run between the tackles. Ooh. You want me to split out and run a route. He just feels the Patriot guy who can do everything, but he's not necessarily a feature back. This is just bad.
Yeah, I can't even. I can't even celebrate it because Jacksonville was just so awful on that play. But I'll celebrate it anyways. You see that defense, Tony?
Oh my gosh.
That's what's coming to you, Herbert. That's coming to you.
Didn't you?
Russ, Raider Nation, let's ride.
Didn't the Raiders win preseason games last year too?
Shut up, Tony. Raiders do really good in preseason. As for the Patriots, I don't know what to expect with Patricia running the offense unofficially. Yeah, we don't know who's running. Is it Patricia or Joe Judge running that offense?
So I saw something interesting about the about Patricia was that if they give him a title, then he has to forfeit salary from the Lions. So like it's like a weird game they play. So basically, he is who they think is going to run the offense. But if they give him the title as offensive coordinator, he's now has a position in another organization, like a solidified position.
Wow.
So he forfeits salary from the Lions. So it's a way for him to continue to kind of double dip a little bit, get that guaranteed money from the Lions, and also, yeah, this is kind of what I saw. My thing is always listening to Belichick is so funny when he goes, yeah, I'm not real big on titles or whatever it is. It's like, I really believe that. I really think he's just like, yeah, you call yourself, offensive supreme captain of the superheroes. Like he doesn't care what it is as long as you do your job.
Yeah.
He's not interested in any of that.
You guys want to say hi to Jake? Jake wants to come say what's up.
What's up?
Jake, how you doing?
Good.
Feeling good about this Raiders game?
Raiders are winning this game.
Oh my goodness.
Tell them who's going to the Super Bowl.
Raiders.
Ugh.
Tell them who's better than the Chargers.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Brainwashed at its best, Tony, right there.
Not brainwashed.
It's just vomit. It's just vomit. That's all it is. Raiders.
It's not brainwashed. I learned by myself. That the Raiders are the best team in the NFL.
I love this hype man that you bring in here. I got to coach up my son a little bit better because he'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm cool. Whatever.
So,
Oh.
see, we didn't have no power, Tony. You knew that earlier.
Yeah.
So Jake just got out of the pool. He was like, you know what? It's so hot in here. I'm going swimming.
That's the way to do it. I probably should do the same thing. It is ridiculously hot right now.
You should just do a broadcast from your pool.
Yeah. Just go sit. Yeah. I'll set everything up in the hot tub, just chilling, just kicking it.
Like, it's me, Tony. You're in the hot tub again.
MJ.
Ladies, if you like it, come on in. Guys, same thing.
Oh,
Every
everybody's
time the Raiders would score, I would just jump in the pool.
That's a good celebration, but especially I want you to do that in late December. You got to clear it with mom first, though.
You want to do it in December?
No. I only do it with the preseason games.
So Jake was wondering, how come the Raiders had Daniel Carr kicking field goals? He said he's so important to us that he shouldn't be in the game.
I mean, that's somebody who appreciates kickers right there. It's him and Adam Sandler, the only two people that appreciate the lonesome kicker.
I think if he wanted to, I think that's one of his favorite players. Who's your favorite player on the Raiders?
Probably Derek Carr or Devontae Adams.
And then who?
And then probably Josh Jacobs or Daniel Carlson.
See? When a kicker's in your top 4 favorite players on a team, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a couple Ravens fans who are like, Justin Tucker, woo! But not many, Were there a lot of Janikowski jerseys when you used to go to Raider
there
games?
was a ton of Janikowski. There still are a ton of Janikowski. Hey, okay, so I put a TikTok a a while ago. It said like Charger fans, close your eyes, and it was Daniel Carlson kicking a field goal in practice, and some Rams fan, some probably brand new Rams fan because there's not a lot of them until this year, was like Matt Gay could do that in his sleep. I'm like, well, don't tell him that because sucked the last 2 years before he gets to the Rams.
Oh, the Rams training camp I saw, it doesn't look like as many people are out there, which I thought would be different after they won a Super Bowl.
Oh, I don't know where you're watching because it's been packed.
Oh, maybe it was just the angle they had it at.
Yeah, because Rams have 4 big old bleachers, 2 on this and 2 on the side. And I saw a video the other day that people were like, look, it's sold out. And I'm like, shh, whatever. Hottest ticket in LA, huh?
No, that's Chargers camp. That place is on fire. You got stars everywhere. Mack, Bosa, Herbert, Jackson.
It's probably every Chargers camp or Raiders camp are probably just going to be flooded with people because it's the NFL. It's way packed with fans.
It is, but the Raiders, they don't even have a camp. They don't even allow it to be open. Why is that?
Yeah. I think it's only season ticket holders or a mild select can go. Because, Tony, we can't allow people to see greatness every day. You get to see it in little bursts like this game today. If we would have let everybody in the training camp, everybody would know how great the Raiders were, and everybody would already been placing their money. See, and then Vegas would be losing money. But the Raiders now, I bet you right now, as like in the last 2 hours, Vegas has been getting so many bets on the Raiders winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, I would assume there's some drunk people out there who are now thinking that it's a good,
Mattress Mac probably just pulled $2 million out to go put them on the Raiders.
I wonder if there's a way we can find a statistic, Joe. The team that plays in the Hall of Fame game, what are the odds that they make the playoffs that year? I wonder if there's like a stat.
Well, both teams that played in the Hall of Fame game last year made the playoffs.
I don't even remember who it was.
Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Okay, so that's 2 for 2 in your corner. I mean, neither one of them did anything in the playoffs. But I think there's several good things that you could take away from this. I still think you guys are getting smoked in week 1. There wasn't one player on.
So you want to do the dance, Tony?
What dance?
For that touchdown right there?
I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Walter?
You don't need to know because you just saw silver and black take it into the end zone. Just complete domination, Tony. Like when do you stop? When do you throw in the white flag? Stop the game. It's over. The Raiders did enough. This is embarrassing. Like they don't need to take this punishment.
It's good.
It's so weird because all last year, before I had the setup in the garage, I was always way ahead of you guys. And now I'm the person that's like way behind, which isn't terrible because I already kind of have like a slow reaction time. So I think it kind of works okay. It's better.
So let's see. Last year was the Cowboys and Steelers. Steelers won that. The year before was the Broncos, or the year before was canceled because of COVID. In 2019 was the Broncos and the Falcons. What did they do?
Neither one of them made the playoffs. That's what they did.
Broncos took second in the AFC West that year.
What?
What?
But they didn't make the playoffs.
And the Falcons took second in the NFC North. And they were both 7-9.
Unlike they're going to make it again. Just saying.
The year before that was the Bears and the Ravens. The Bears went 12-4. Jacob, can you read that comment for me?
Raiders.
That sounds like a cry for help from right there.
And that's his mom right there. She's saying, Raiders.
I know.
We'll be there week 1, Tony. You'll see.
But I'm translating all those A's into Morse code, and it says, "Help me get out of here! I'm surrounded by Raiders fans. This is the worst day of my life." Right there. If you look at it, count the A's. Look at you'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Joe, the only thing I'm trying to say is
3, Tony. Huh?
Chill out on the hype train here.
I didn't do
Because
anything.
you want to undersell it, Joe. That's what you want to do. You want to get to the point. Hello? I don't know. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, we went black for a little bit, but we're good now.
You did. You went. I just thought you guys were setting up for some sort of black hole like party that was about to happen.
Yeah, sit right here.
I was waiting for Jake to come back with like spiky shoulder pads. No, all I'm saying is you want to lower the expectations for what it is. Because you guys just made the playoffs for the first time in how many years?
That's not how the Raider way is, Tony.
The Raider way is loud, obnoxious, and always ending up in last place. That's the Raider way. What the hell are we talking about?
But when has the Chargers made the Super Bowl? Oh, wait, they haven't made it since Super Bowl 26.
Oh, my goodness. Somebody got this kid a sports almanac for Christmas, and he's talking trash.
Well, I'm just saying. Like,
I know. I'm just messing with you, Jake. No, that in 1994.
Hey, I'll just take off, Tony. Let him take the spot, and
I'll get my Stan Humphries jersey up here. We'll live the good old days. Natron means.
John, who's that?
John Madden.
John Madden.
R.I.P.
So, see if we can see Mike. But yeah, if you guys are watching, there's a lot of you guys in the YouTube live right now. Hey, say what's up to us in the comments. Tell us what you guys think about your team. You don't have to be a Raider fan. You don't have to be a Jags fan. You don't have to be a Charger fan. Whatever it is, we want to hear about your team and what you guys think. Because next week everybody starts playing more preseason games. The Raiders are going to go. They get the Vikings next week. They're going to dominate them. On their way to another Super Bowl. Hey, let me ask you this, Tony. Because I know I'm messing around right now, but I'm being one of those annoying guys that be like, hey, Super Bowl bound. But if you don't believe in your team at this time in the season, isn't there something wrong with you? Then you shouldn't be rooting for that team, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, how many times have I told you that I'm already looking for hotel rooms in Arizona so I can get out there and celebrate for the Chargers? They haven't even played a preseason game yet. I'm getting excited about a defense in training camp, but that's what this is all about. Like, that's the fun part of being a fan of your team. And I'll be at the game next Saturday. Are you guys going? Did you sell your tickets? You going? What's happening?
We still have our tickets.
I'm going,
but we'll be out of town. We can't go.
And I'll be going nuts for all the backups and half the guys that are going to get cut from the team.
That's Chargers, Rams next week, right?
Chargers, Rams, and then the one after that is the Cowboys.
Woo! Shut down defense.
Get out of here. Are you kidding me?
Hey.
Oh.
If you guys were wondering who's going to win the AFC West after today, you already know.
Oh,
you already know.
It's the Raiders.
I will take that bet all day long. That you guys are third in the division.
So Tony says if the Raiders win the division, when he comes to the Christmas party, he's going to jump in the pool. But if the Raiders lose, you got to jump in the pool.
I don't really mind.
Okay, I will actually make that bet. I think that would be fun. Whichever Chargers or Raiders, whichever team is higher in the standings at the Christmas party, the loser has to jump in the pool to represent their team.
I don't understand how. I mean, you know how cold pools get, Tony.
I know. That's what I said. The polar bear plunge.
Just trust me on this.
Do you have the hot tub section? So you have the more shallow one?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we just got to get into that. You don't got to really like jump in the pool and freeze.
But just trust me on this. I jumped in a pool in January.
See, he's young and tough. He can handle it. I'm old and have arthritis and tendonitis. Like, I'm done.
He won't understand the shrinkage. Like, I'll be like, oh. You know what's good? You know, I love football season being back, Tony, but it's also the start of the shortest part of the year. Because, you know, in a blink of an eye, it's going to be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, done.
I know this is really like my favorite time of year because it's the anticipation of all the fun stuff. Just like you said, you know, trick-or-treating, great food, family, cold weather. Like, I love the rain. I kind of miss the snow a little bit, especially around Christmas and New Year's, but it is my favorite time of year, end of August through like the second week in January. You also get a lot of time off of school. Like when I was a kid, and I hated going to school. I was such a bad student.
Well, I'm going to head off.
All right. Signing off for
Davante Adams.
Go ahead and say what your favorite team is.
Well,
he got muted.
Raiders.
Thank you, Jake. Have a good night, buddy.
Got him.
I'm gonna pay for that one. Karma's gonna get me back for picking on a 10-year-old.
Why, Tony? Why?
I'm gonna be going out tomorrow. My shoes will be tied. I'll be like, I deserve that one. I deserved it. All right. I don't know how much more I can stomach of this anyways, Joe. So I'm glad we said goodbye. Appreciate everybody who did stop by here, filling up these comments from Renee, Yadira. I saw Bean in here earlier.
Yeah, Bean was in here. We had a Raider fan. Oh, Crystal. The friend.
Oh, yeah. Yep, telling us about the history and life of Palomalu.
Splash loves you.
I want to get together this at some point this weekend and talk non-Raiders. Although tomorrow I just have this weird feeling that there is going to be like people talking about what they saw in this game from the Raiders as if it actually mattered. And it's going to bother me. But I want to talk about Stafford. Excuse me. Did you see that?
That he's not practicing?
Yeah, the elbow, the tendonitis. I feel like that's a little bit more of a story than people are giving it credit for. Run! Run!
Tony, there's 6 minutes left in a Hall of Fame game where the Raiders have straight completely dominated. Now they put out their brother's sister's kid out there to make him, he's going to get cut next week. Just be like, hey, Jacksonville, can maybe you score on these kids? Can maybe you score on this guy?
Joe, doesn't matter. I will always cheer for the Raiders to give up every point they can and score no points they can.
I wonder where Mike's at because they just showed a picture of the stadium right now and it looks empty.
That wasn't even a complete sentence, what I just said. It just sounded like mumble jumble of Raiders hate, which I'm fine with. Oh my gosh.
The greatest quarterback in the league about to talk right now. And the top wide receiver. Pooh. Tony, close your eyes. Close your eyes, Tony. You don't want to see this.
They're just building up this bromance, and when it doesn't work out, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun when this just isn't as good as Aaron Rodgers and Devontae is. It's going to be so delightful. Every morning, you're going to get a text message from me about it failing. Every morning.
What if Allen Lazard and Aaron Rodgers have more yards combined this year than Derek Carr?
Well, we've already got Aaron Rodgers talking up Romeo Doubs. Did you see that? He's talking up the rookie from Nevada.
Oh, we need to talk about that this week too. Is Aaron Rodgers and admitting that he's using a substance for performance enhancing.
I didn't hear about this.
He used some psychedelic drugs that are helping him. That he says.
Oh, okay. Getting on that ayahuasca tip. The real, like some enlightenment plan. I'm with it. Good for you, Aaron Rodgers. This really is just being built up as this. Derek Carr finally has real talent. It's like you had Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller last year.
And they made the playoffs. So now you add a guy like Devontae Adams, and where are you going? Where are you going, Tony?
Oh, my gosh.
Going to the Super Bowl.
The amount of things that had to happen. Chris Harris, pass interference in the end zone that wasn't a pass interference. The Colts losing to the Jaguars. So many things.
Not my fault your team sucks, Tony.
Oh, it wasn't my team. It was referees.
No, I'm just glad football's back. I don't care. I'm going to build up the Raiders all offseason. I'm going to make a TikTok about this and be like, did you guys not watch the game? Did you not see the Hall of Fame game?
Oh, I know you are. I fully expect to see it. For it to be sent to me.
I was pretty close. I said 28 points in the game total. I was pretty close.
I always wonder how much these reps right here matter when it's basically like a 2-minute drill from a bunch of people who don't really know the scheme or whatever. Like, what do they look for? What is a coach looking for in this moment? Just heart, effort, like intelligence, I guess, all the same
Well,
things.
not dropping the ball like that.
Well, it's just messy. Oh my gosh.
Well, this is one of the reasons they cut down the preseason, right? Because of the reps like this that they were getting in game 1 and game 4 of the preseason. So they thought they would cut it down. But basically, the Raiders and the Jags get an extra game. So this is their 4th one. But
well, I think they cut it down for a couple of reasons, but because they added the regular season game. So they wanted the players are like, you got to take something away. We want one less. Because I think at some point the players said, hey, we only want to play 2 preseason games. We'll have one for the players and one for the team to sort of make the evaluations. But the coaches are saying we'd like a little bit more time to evaluate the talent that we have. Because one of the things that I want to know a little bit more about, and I would love to have a conversation or if somebody could direct me to a video. I want to know how it works. When you make the final 53, how many players can they protect on the practice squad? Can they sign 10, right? Like, or can they only protect 5? Or like, how does it work? Like, if they say, oh, you didn't make the 53, do they now then have to open up everybody to the chance to go sign with somebody else's practice squad? Is that how it works?
yeah, I believe you go on waivers for 24 hours. If you watch the part,
anybody's team or practice squad at that point.
No, anybody can claim you, right?
No, because I think you get cut, you become a free agent.
But you have to wait 20. On Hard Knocks, every time they cut him, they're like, we want to bring you on the practice squad, but we got to wait, 24 hours. So it has to do something with 24 hours. But everybody is open, and even if you're on a practice squad, doesn't mean that you're guaranteed. Even if you're on a practice squad, you can go sign with another team.
Well, you can protect certain players on your practice squad, though. That's the thing. There's weird rules where it's like, because I have seen other times where players during injury or whatever, they've gotten unrestricted players off somebody else's practice squad for like a Monday night football game or something like that.
Well, isn't it give you? Oh! Damn it.
Come on, Jaguars. There it is. Slaughter's making the team. backup QB.
It looked like he was going to pick it. It just actually was a pretty damn good throw from a backup quarterback.
Are you kidding, Joe? Are you kidding me? If this would have been a pick six. This was like Matt
That's
Schaub's
a Mitch
heyday
Trubisky special right there.
This ball is just floated out here in any anticipation or break. Anything. He stops running. He stops to slap it down. Run through the ball.
That's a better throw than my uncle in Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl game.
There's no way. There's no way that play is Derwin James is celebrating in the other end of the end zone right now. That is 6 points the other way, no problem.
Oh, really? Jacksonville really going to go for 2, trying to run it up now? Okay.
There it is.
McDaniel's going to bring the starters out right now.
Look how bad the Raiders' defense is. There was no contest on that, Joe.
McDaniel's going to bring the starters out and be like, "You want to go for 2, huh? You want to go for 2?"
You know, I forget. I was listening to somebody say one of the things that was so hard for them was that when you take your tape off and everything, you like sort of check out mentally from this thing, and then all of a sudden, it was the 49ers game. Who was it? Oh, it was George Kittle was talking about in that game week 1 last year. They were up on the Lions like 31-10 or whatever, and then the Lions like stormed back and tied the game up before the 49ers went on to win it. They told George, like, shoes off, get untaped, whatever, the game's over. And then all of a sudden the Lions come back. He's like, going back in there was extremely hard because they weren't taped up properly. He had kind of already like throttled down from the game and was thinking about everything else. And then they were like, hey, you got to get back in there and make a block and make a play. He's like, I got back in there. I dropped the ball. I missed an assignment. Like, there's no way. I guess what made me think of that story was there's no way that you would ever put back anybody of any caliber back in this game. Never.
I'm like, Carr, you're in. We got to win this. We got 2 minutes left. Hall of Fame game. We're going to take it.
That feels like a Joe Judge move. I just want him to compete. I told him he could play in the game or he could do up downs in the mud. It's like, dude, you're about to be out of a job. You sound like a crazy person.
Well, Joe Judge ran that offensive play last year. What was it, 1st and 10, and they ran it up the middle like a rugby play?
Is he the one who kneeled on 4th down? Was it Joe Judge? Didn't he have Daniel Jones? I forget what they did. I feel like they kneeled. They did something boneheaded. Speaking of coaches we picked on, like when I say we, I mean like the royal NFL fan is like Nick Sirianni. We were all like, dude, his press conference was weird. It was bad. Like he's strange or I don't know about him. They win games. They make the playoffs, Joe. And now all of a sudden he's like fun, having fun with his kids.
But did they make the playoffs? Like really, they were in a weak NFC. Got the last seed and got blown out by the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, really, Taylor Heineke put up a better fight against them coming off of his sister's hide-a-bed the year before in that Washington Bucks game. This little kid's got a little bit of shake to him, Joe. I don't know if he can play special teams, he's going to make the team.
I can't get too high on these Raider running backs because last year in the preseason, the Raiders had 2 running backs go off pretty good, and they looked good like they were going to make the team, and they didn't end up doing crap.
Well, I will say that I think that he has all those players that play like have different abilities, right? Like you just go back and think about they had Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, Brandon Bolden, and James White. Like sometimes 4 of those guys were dressing for a game.
Look at Josh McDaniels. He's like, really? Can you guys give me somebody better than Jacksonville? Like, this is a bore fest. Too easy. This is like playing Appalachian State every Sunday.
He's got to be excited about this. Proud father.
Hey, that was another thing I was right on last year, Tony. when everybody put me down and I said that Urban Meyer wouldn't make it one season with the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I thought you were crazy. I didn't know how narcissistic that Urban Meyer must be. Like, just that's a bummer because it got Trevor Lawrence's career off to such a terrible start. Like, I don't think it should have been as bad as it was last year. If you really think about it, like, he's not as bad as he was last year. I just don't believe that. I think he'll be better this year. I'm not saying he'll be great. The Jaguars, I don't believe, make the playoffs, but I don't think he was like as bad as he looked last year.
So you're putting it more on Urban Meyer and that coaching staff than Trevor Lawrence himself.
Yes, 100%. Like, you just don't even get any support. You don't get any like function, any process, nothing. You just have somebody who's out there like, oh, I thought it was going to be easier. That quote that he said where he's like, every week it's like playing Alabama. It's like, dude, this is the NFL. Like,
yeah.
This is like guys that you've had playing on your team that you thought were really special and then got to the league and couldn't even make it. You didn't think it was going to be more competitive than that when 95% of your rosters that you have every year will never even make a practice squad in the NFL, and you didn't think it was going to be difficult? I'm glad he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, I'm glad he hasn't gone back and done it either. So, yeah. Oh, there you go, Tony. They're showing the first game of the season. It's going to be the Bills and the Rams. We're, 35 days away from that, they said. Dang it. Even the Raiders punt looks good. Look at that.
Shut the fuck up.
Amazing.
You're over here catching wood off of a punt? Oh, I can't take it anymore. You got to sign off. You got to do something. You got to say bye. You got to get it. Or I'm going. You can stay here, enjoy this, but I can't take it anymore.
Well, there's like 30 seconds left in the game, right?
Yeah, it's nothing here.
So
they
we
got
appreciate
Super Bowl
everybody.
probabilities up there, and I don't see the Raiders anywhere on that list.
The Chargers weren't even on there.
Don't worry about. I'm not over here. This isn't about me. And they were just off the screen. You couldn't see it because you got a small monitor, but they were just off of your little tiny screen.
Complete domination, 27-11 is going to be the final of this game. Raiders put it on the win. Another, just get that win column ready to keep moving on up.
Okay, go ahead and give 3 like legit positive things you saw from the Raiders, and I'll tell you whether or not you're being honest.
3 legit things.
Yeah.
1, I liked how they got rid of the ball quick.
Okay.
When there was a couple plays where they held on to the ball and they got beat down. But I liked how it looked like they were moving the ball quicker, moving it out there. I like how they're moving the offensive line and not putting a lot on them. So majority, I wanted to see what this offensive line could do, Tony. And he's not making them sit there and just get killed for 5 seconds. He knows that they can't do that. They can't do that. So they're moving around. They're doing some better pass protection. I like that. They're getting the running backs involved in the passing game, which I like that too. And that's about it. I mean, defense flying to the ball. It looks like looks like a well-coached team this year. Like last year at this time, you might have seen, like you said, we expected to turn it on. You see like Jacksonville was doing it today. A lot of fumbles, a lot of bad things. We didn't see that in the Raiders today. They look more disciplined.
Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about Zamir White a little bit because I thought that was a bright spot for you. You guys traded right in front of the Chargers and got Zamir, and I thought he looked strong. He ran decisive and hard, like he just straight ahead. But I do think that could help out Derek Carr and your team, is if he adapts to the idea of like, hey, I got to just get to the line, read the defense, find the easy throw, the easy completion, and keep the chains moving, keep things going.
So, did you see this? I don't know if you have your phone with you. So Mike is at the Hall of Fame game.
I do.
And he just texted us, and he said, the Raiders have been screaming on the bench in confusion every time they go off on special teams. You have one too many, or you're missing one. That goes along with the young players not knowing where to go, but
yeah, he's just trying to get under your skin. And then that's what I was talking about earlier, was how upset he would be, what McDaniels would be, when you give up that punt return, even though there was a penalty and it was called back. Like, those are the kind of things. That's why the Patriots were so successful for so long. Like, how flawless were they on special teams?
Yeah.
They had kickers that made kicks. They didn't give up a lot of return yards. They didn't give up punt returns. They didn't give up block kicks. They just were very fundamentally sound, and that's what could improve things for you guys. And maybe you guys could win a playoff game for the first time in 20 years. Like, wouldn't that be nice to get in the win column in the playoffs?
It would be nice. It would be nice.
Not gonna happen, sucker.
We've had a good steady stream since we've gone live. Tony, I don't know if you got to see it, but for the first 2 minutes, I screwed myself. I went on this huge rant about how great the Raiders looked, how dominant the Raiders looked. And then it was like 2 minutes in, and I looked down, and my microphone was off.
That is great. It was muted?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So for the first 2 minutes of this whole show, I was just like...
That's hilarious. I wish I would have seen it. I didn't even know you were going on. Like, when I asked, like, hey, let's go on at 8, whatever it is, and then you were like, I'm already on. I was like, oh, he's fired up. And I knew that would happen. You got power back, and you're like, I have to let the world know that we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's not, now it's out there. Now everybody's seen it. Now everybody knows. Like, at first, not a lot of people follow training camp, so they weren't hearing all the hype and seeing everything. Now it's out there in full sight, Tony. Chris Collinsworth is like, here's a guy, here's a team that's going places.
I think he does believe that. Yes, Devin, you can definitely ask about a team. You can ask about anything. We're just having fun. We're just talking, friends hanging out. I'm listening to this person right here overhype the Raiders after one preseason.
Devin, you can ask whatever you want. We're not it says right here, ask us your NFL questions.
Or make a comment. I don't even care. I don't care about anything. I'm disappointed. I was really hoping to get to make fun of you. And the Jaguars, that was not good.
Well, we still have the Dallas Cowboys we can make fun of later, Tony.
Well, oh shit! I never watch the news. I got to turn this off. The news is depressing. This is going off.
Yeah, don't watch the news. Turn that off.
That is news. Oh no!
So, do you think the Browns can make the playoffs without Deshaun Watson?
Devin, this is going to shock some people. I do. I think the Browns have a good defense. I also think Jacoby Brissett is better than people give him credit for. Now, is he like a good franchise QB? Like, no, probably not. But Case Keenum had success with like the Stefanski offense. And so if you can play sound defense, you can run the football. They got 3 backs. Everybody always goes, oh, they got 2. I think Dearness Johnson's a beast too. So they run 3 deep at running back, which means they're going to have a good run game. You have an adult at quarterback. Jacoby Brissett's a big dude. He's like 6'4", so he can even move a little bit. Now, am I going to predict them to be in the playoffs? No. But I think even if Watson is gone for a year, Jacoby Brissett is still good enough for them to win 9 games this year, like 8-9 games. And that's in a tough division.
You know what? I was gonna say no, but you kind of talked me into it, Tony.
Hey,
But I like you said, I've liked Jacoby Brissett, not a starter, not a franchise guy, but I a couple years ago when Andrew Luck retired, I thought that he should have been the guy that, and they should have just kept him there going, and not brought on Phillip Rivers and all this other stuff that they did. Carson Wentz if Jacoby Brissett would have just done good there. And I don't know. Yeah, but it's going to be difficult. I'll say that. How about that? Yeah, but difficult.
This is the way I look at it, is like, they're not completely out of it, right? It's not like, if they lose Deshaun, they have no hope, because you just have to be able to be competitive and then get a couple of breaks to go in your way. Like you win a couple of, 3-point football games that go in your favor, then maybe there's another Lamar Jackson high ankle sprain, right? Then maybe, who knows what happens? Maybe the Bengals have a super tough schedule this year. The Steelers can't figure it out at quarterback. Next thing you know, it's like they're fine.
So he said they were talking about it on ESPN that if he gets suspended for a year, then the Browns go and trade for Jimmy G. Something that we've been talking about for a while on with us here, that we've been saying Jimmy G would be that fit, but
no, I honestly think that Kevin Stefanski feels similar to Kyle Shanahan about quarterbacks. Like, I think he really thinks like quarterbacks, running backs, he can win with anybody. It's about his system. So, like, does it help to have somebody like Deshaun Watson? Does it help to have an elite QB? 100%. But
and they picked up Rosen.
Josh Rosen. I'd love to see him start an NFL game. Hey, Fix.
You did miss something. You missed the complete domination by the Raider Nation.
That's what it was like in here. The whole of our preseason game, Fix.
For preseason. I wish we could go live for week 1, but all of us are going to be at the stadium, and there's no way we can get our true reactions, because we're all going to be at week 1.
I'm going to be recording it, and then I'll put it together, and I will post it after the game for sure.
You're going to post your tears and everything, huh?
No, it's going to be me celebrating in a Josh Palmer jersey.
At no point tonight when you're watching this game were you like, oh, we in trouble. We in trouble.
Zero worries about what I saw. Zero. The Jaguars had, like, I think 3 sacks, maybe like 3 or 4 pressures on the first 2 drives with 4 players that we think might be starting offensive linemen, and Josh Allen didn't even play, Joe. So you're going to get Sebastian Joseph Day, Austin Johnson in the middle, and then Mack and Bosa on the outside, and you think I'm afraid of what I saw? Get out of here, Joe. You're getting destroyed in week 1. I only watched my boy Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins feels like he feels kind of legendary, like I'm one of those guys that'll be hanging on backup job into his mid-30s, where it's like, I didn't even know he was still scrapping around out there. And like, who's the backup for the Seahawks this year? And it's like 32-year-old Nick Mullins has been in the league for a decade, played for 19 different teams.
See, I just remember Nick Mullins because he killed in his first start. He killed the Raiders.
Nick Mullins had one of my favorite stories where he was talking about how maybe it was against the Raiders. He wins the game, and then he's like, how are you preparing for this? And he's like, I just go in and I mentally rep every single rep before, and I walk through it, and I just put my headphones on. I just get in the zone. It's like, that there's no way that can be. It's fun. It's fun for me to believe that was what gave you success, but there's no way that could be your process and you'll be successful in this league. Like, it worked one night, and going forward, that story will never work again. Who is the best wide receiver duo? I'm gonna go away from being biased on this one and answer in an honest fashion. I think it's the Cincinnati Bengals. I I was kind of mean to Jamar Chase last year, but I'm a huge fan of T. Higgins. So those two guys, I think, are number one wide receivers on most teams in the NFL. I think that would be my number one wide receiver. Who do you got, Joe? Be biased. You just like the Raiders. Go for it.
Well, now you just threw me in the spot and gave away my pick.
Well, I just figured you would say Devontae Adams and the Water Boy. Devontae Adams and whoever they line up at wide receiver too.
Yeah, it don't matter, huh?
Well, that was
I don't know. I like Tampa Bay just entered the discussion, right, with Mike Evans and Godwin when he's 100%, when Godwin's 100%. Now they got Julio down there. So you got the trio. That's kind of scary. We're just talking about this year?
Yeah.
Hey, Devin, you brought up a good point. A lot of people are sleeping on Adam Thielen this year, especially in fantasy. I've been seeing him fall in a couple drafts.
The dude's like 31. In football years, that's old.
Yeah, but you still like Allen Robinson.
He's 29. That's peak. That's a 2-year difference.
That's who's looking good, too. Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson. That should be a good killer domination duo this year.
I considered that for sure. I mean, I'm not mad. I think Justin Jefferson's the best receiver in the league. I just think the gap between T. Higgins and Adam Thielen at this point in their career is what the difference is to me. That's all. That's why I would lean that way. But if you told me like, oh, Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson, I'm not mad. Thielen, Jefferson, I'm not mad about that. I put Keenan Allen and Mike Williams in the same category, and
you want to take Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney?
Well, I mean, I was really close to going Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and DJ Chark. So Quintez Cephas.
It was like right there.
Yeah, it was close. I'm just splitting hairs at this point. Remember the meme? I put out a meme last year where it was like the best running back duo, and it was some guy with a water bottle, and he was like squirting water into Derrick Henry's mouth. And I thought it was a pretty good meme. It didn't get enough attention or love, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, maybe it just went like this over people's heads.
Well, it's Derrick Henry and whoever gives Derrick Henry water. That's the best duo in the league. All right, Joe, I got to go. I don't know if you want to stay here and entertain this.
No, we're good. We'll be back Saturday morning, Tony.
Please, Devin, come back and talk football with us. We love it.
Saturday morning, Tony?
Saturday morning, let's do a show. I want to talk about Stafford, Hollywood Brown, James Cook balling out of camp, Kenny Pickett conversation. Let's have that. It's going to be kind of fun. Yeah, lots of stuff. And I'm sure more things will pop up tomorrow that I want to talk about with you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All I know is the Raiders are 1-0. Moving on up. Here we go. We appreciate everybody joining in. Tony, as always, good to see you.
Say it, Joe. Just say it.
Raiders.